Hello guys, today we are going to see how you can configure gcloud in a local system in order to connect to Google Cloud Console. So, so when you are using any sort of Google Cloud projects, um, then many times you need to connect your local system to GCP in order to access the resources. So for example, I have this resource cloud bucket. Similarly, you can have any other kind of resources, for example cloud run. So all these things can be accessed and controlled from your local system as well. So in order to do that, you need to perform some SSO based authentication that will enable Google Cloud CLI. So in my system, you can see I already have gcloud installed. That's why I'm getting all these options to perform some operation on my account. It's already been configured in my system, so I can access um, all the Google Cloud resources from my terminal. This is very useful in order to test something locally, so you don't have to run and do the things manually. You can do perform some kind of automation for your testing and the scripts and everything. So in order to do that, we need to configure the gcloud. I have prepared this step-by-step process where you can follow the you can follow these steps, and finally gcloud will be configured in your system as well. So yeah, at the end, once we have configured the gcloud, we can see what are the we will access some of the resources from Google Cloud, and that will show us what are the benefits of gcloud. Yeah, so the very first step is to you need to install Google Cloud SDK. So in my system I already have this one installed, so there is no point of reinstall it again. But depending on your system, there is a official page for Google Cloud CLI you can follow depending on your operating system. If you have Windows, you can follow this page, this link, and you can download it and you can install it. I have already installed in my system, so I'm not going to reinstall it, but it's very straightforward. Depending on the system, the OS, you can install. Once you have the installation ready, you can check whether it has been successfully installed or not. So to check that, you just simply run gcloud version. It will show you some numbers. So this confirms that gcloud CLI is actually installed. Now the second step would be to configure this CLI. So the very first command that you will execute is gcloud init. It will initialize since I already have the project and account and login and everything configured in my system. But in your case, it will be a little bit of different. When you execute this gcloud init command, it will open up a browser, and there you need to give the consent and you have to read. It is basically will redirect you to the Gmail Google account page where you can log in, and you can read the what are the access that you would like to give to this project and all. And that is how the CLI will know that okay, this the account that is being configured with Google Console is this one. In your case, it will be different. You can check the configuration afterwards in the message, but in my case I already have that one, so I'm not going to do any more thing here. Yeah, once you have completed this verify installation, this one we already saw. Once you install the software, CLI SDK, then this command will give you some numbers. Like in my case also, I have just executed and shown you that this is yeah, not this one but the other one. Yeah, I have this version installed in my system. Now in order to authenticate, it's actually a SSO based authentication, and you need to run two commands in order to seamlessly access the gcloud resources. So you will execute gcloud auth login, and you will execute gcloud auth application default login. So I can execute this one. It will basically re-authenticate so uh, my setup. Gcloud auth login. So this command, yeah, it will open a new tab with your gcloud account. It's actually the Google account, and I already have this configured here. You can read about it, like what are the access you would like to give, what it does, and there are like a consent information and everything. Yeah, once you allow that one, that means you can see the first step of authentication is done. My default project setup is this one. If you would like to change your project setup, you can execute this command. So those who are using GCP, they know that inside the main account you can have like a several project where you create different types of resources, and you can build a solution around it. So the second command is gcloud auth application default login. So this command is also important in order to generate the token. It will be stored in your system. We can see that we can verify that one in our terminal. Here you can see credentials saved to file. If I can make it a bit large, credentials saved to file this. So this is the file where you have the gcloud credential. I'm not going to open it, it's very confidential. So you should not be copying it or sharing it to anybody. It will be authenticated for some point or maybe a few days, and re-authentication once you, like 2 or 3 or 5 days. I don't know exactly how many days this token is valid, but once the token is invalid, you won't be able to access your resources from gcloud. You need to re-authenticate, like you have to execute this process again in order to generate the fresh token. But for now, for few days, this will be valid, and for our demo purpose this is good enough. Now our setup is almost completed. We can now see what are the projects, what are the configuration, what are different resources are available in my account by executing some command. So once you have reached to this step, you can execute this command just to cross verify you are at the right project or not. And gcloud projects list. So this will give you all the listed projects in your account. In my case, I am currently working on this project, and for this demo also we would like to keep pointing to this project to access some resources, so no need to change that one. There is another command, gcloud config list. So I'm pointing to this is my project ID, currently like default project ID, and account is this one. And region is, there is no default region, but you can also set default region if you wish. Now let's execute some command in order to view our resources. So if I go to I remember I already have, if I go to cloud storage and buckets, so I have created this bucket where I have few PDF uploaded, like a file. These are like a dummy file. I was working on some other project where I need to upload these files here. But let's say if you'd like to access these files from your terminal here, you can do that because you already have the gcloud setup, and your system can now authenticate with Google Cloud. So the command to access the resources inside the bucket, you can execute gcloud storage and list ls. So this will give you the list of bucket that is available in this project that we are currently pointing to. So this is our project here. You can see this is the project ID, and same project ID is also configured here. And if you'd like to see the resources inside that one, you can again execute the same gcloud storage command to the ls, and this time gs for Google storage, and this is the bucket name. So here it has listed out all the files that is available in this bucket. We can also cross verify here. We have 1 2 3 4 5 files here, and here also you can see it has listed out 5 files. Now suppose if you would like to download a file here, you can use another command, gcloud cp, and you have to give the source. So source would be, let's say this will be the source. Okay, let's download something different here. So this is the source and destination is in my current directory. So what it will does, this command will copy the resources or file from this location. So this is the file location that we are giving here, and this is my current directory. You can choose any other directory as well. For example, if I have a different folder, I have a dev folder here, so I can choose dev folder as well. And it should download this file into my dev folder. Okay, storage, yeah. So I have missed the storage. So all the interaction with the bucket and the storage, Google Cloud storage, you need to go through this storage command. So here you are seeing that this one file has been copied to dev, and we can verify that one. So if I go here, now you can see one file is being downloaded here. So this file has been downloaded just now, 1635. If I go to my system, here also it's 1636. So it's just 1 minute back. This was downloaded in my system. Now we have seen how you can download the file. You can also create some dummy file, like some dummy file .txt, and you can write something. Okay, let me write something meaningful. This is a test file to upload to GCP, and we can save it. And if I do so, yeah, one file is here. You can see we have this dummy file here. Now if you would like, we can upload this file to here. At this location you are seeing there is no dummy file, like pre-existing files are only these, like 5 files, but after we execute the command, this file should be available here. In order to do that, we again execute the gcloud storage command, again cp, that will copy. At this time we would like to copy the file from our system, so we use dummy file txt, and the location would be gcloud, and we give the bucket name Ranjit RAG RAG. I was developing a RAG AI based RAG application, that's why the bucket name is Ranjit RAG. But yeah, this command, after executing this command, this file, dummy file, should be available inside the bucket. And yeah, here you can see it is copying the dummy file to our bucket. We can if we refresh this one, we can see the file is being available here. Here you can see the dummy file, and just to verify the content inside, it is the same content that we have written before. So that is how you can do this source. You can access similarly you can access any type of resources. For example, if you like to access database, the column definition, table, yeah, whatnot, based on the access, you can literally do everything from your terminal. No need to manually do stuff here. So that shows is a configuration from our system is completed. And yeah, this is very useful thing. Any sort of project that you are going to develop based on GCP, this is the very first step that you would do. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.